But now what you need to do, try wherever possible, explain to them, say, you know what, we have introduced to this one. You know, this one is even better than the first one because of ABCD. So anyway, you can try it, but we're selling a similar level. So people, if they do not have similar level, they will not buy the course, but they will understand why you're selling this one at similar level. Kuma kumba si just like this, hey, I don't know, because it's not with your product, what I'm always saying, customer service is more, kuma the additional features that you have added on the product or the service, maybe they don't know. So make them understand and off they go with a lot of profitability. Be able to negotiate with wholesalers, retailers. Let me just take this one. Bueno, vamos a ver. Actually, so yesterday I was talking to him on the same way. So he was just laughing. People can say whatever they want to say. And yes, people can say what they want to say, but that's not true. Actually, can't you only be right there? Of course, it is not going to be right there. Sorry for that interruption. Okay, so another thing here is be a good negotiator. Be able to negotiate with whether the wholesalers, the retailers, and other suppliers, and of course the resellers. This will help you to be able to set prices that will always keep your customers in there. Listen, you have the customers that you want to keep. They do not have to run away from you. So, your frequent adjustments of your prices will automatically affect them. Now, it can happen that in the market, everybody has adjusted the prices, like your competitors from the other players around. They have adjusted from 1,000 to 1,500. But for you to stand at an advantage, be a good negotiator, try to negotiate with whoever, probably your supplier. Or if you're a retailer, then we're talking about the wholesaler. Negotiate with him for discounts and everything. Make good relations with them. So that at least, if they give you a small discount, that discount will be transmitted to your customers. this other end. So instead of charging 2,000, I mean you want 1,200 or something, you can charge 1,100. Why? Because you're taking advantage of the discounts that you've got on the other side. This can only happen if you are good at negotiating. So you take a decision, but keep this one in mind, and wherever apply it. And whenever you put the prices using whichever decision we are talking about here, keep track of the effects of the pricing on the sales. Keep track, or you should always keep track of the effects of the pricing on sales. What did that think about it? We got my sales are being about. You know, I can start with that. You know, second of thing. So, why it is that pricing as a concept is regarded to be important? Pricing is important. Why? It determines demand of your product or your service. Pricing will determine the demand. The pricing decisions you are taking, if they are favorable in the eyes of the customers, demand will be high. If they are not favorable in the eyes of the customers, demand will be lower. So we were saying this same pricing also defines the value of your product. This one also talked about it at some point. Pricing defines the value of your product, or how worth your product is. Finally, let's take note of this, that when you're setting a price, whatever you do in your organization, in your business, in your company, whatever, should justify the price decision you are putting up. Or the other way around, the price that you are fixing on something should reflect the value of the service or the product and some other services attached to it. It is possible that a bottle of Coke costing 500 water, I think, in some other places can be sold 3 times that price. You know that, of course, we all know that. This can be the case because of a number of reasons. One, probably, the place where you're getting this one, maybe it is a place of higher standards, higher class, let's say a hotel or something, or else some services attached to the saving of this one. But the point is, those are just additional services whatsoever. But the content of the Coca-Cola is just like the one that we know. So, as this is the price we are fixing, should justify even some of the services is attached to what we are doing. So Chama Tool, it is because Chima this feature, that feature, that feature, that feature. Basically, those other features we are talking about here can be referred to as packaging. So the pricing of a particular item can also be affected by the packaging of that particular item. Zilingaliwa katika for example. Probably you can make that business. You know you have the knowledge. These days, knowledge is always at the fingertip. You go online, YouTube, whatever platform to get the recipe or how the formula, how to make the business. You can make it. And probably more delicious than the other one you can buy elsewhere. But you find that the way they package that one, it looks more appealing and it looks more, should I say, more genuine. Like to be saying, wow, this is real pizza. Just like because of the packaging. Yes, it is the same. And probably the one that you made elsewhere or at home is even better than this one. So the pricing can also be determined by packaging. Yeah. So that one, I just wanted us to take note of it. And of course, that one will also act as a bridge to another topic. That one will also act as a bridge to another topic. Now, next, before we go next, is there any question on the few things we have discussed here? Of course, this is just a conclusion of what we were discussing last time. So we have been made kind of relate, but it's okay. No. Alright, so we proceed. Now, this other topic we are going into, we say packaging requirements in a supply chain. Packaging requirements in supply chain. When we're talking about packaging, there is another word which is also similar to this. This one is packing. So packing and packaging, these words, they are used interchangeably, but they are not the same. And of course, you and I know that these words are not the same. But as a matter of as a matter of starting the ball rolling, let's look at it. When we are saying packaging and packaging, do you notice the difference between the two? Packaging and packaging. What's the difference?
Packaging, how one's one arranged on tray.
That's packaging.
Packaging, like I've been in my own Jordan, cover
Okay. Alright. Actually, that's the point. And to make it simple for us, we can see the difference mainly by looking at the function of each one of them. Why do we do packing and why do we do packaging? So by looking at those ones, it will be easier for us to understand the difference. But of course the difference is there. See, when you're saying packaging, in other words, is to cover something, wrap something into something, or contain something into its container with an aim of protecting the content of the, or maybe protecting the product itself, and of course promoting, and in fact even marketing it. What we do there is we say packaging. So just as we were giving that example, it can be this one, and this one, let's assume is the tablet of soap. You have just manufactured it. Now you put it in a wrap or in a cover. You find that that cover, the aim of it first is to protect this product, this tablet of soap. At the same time, on that cover, at times we write something, the name of the cover, Lifebuoy. By writing Lifebuoy here, what we are doing here is we are creating awareness that there is Lifebuoy inside. That thing is Lifebuoy, right? So this awareness creation we are doing here is more like promotion or marketing. So you find that this wrapping here is doing the job of one, protecting the content of the tablet of soap in this case, is doing the job of marketing or promotion, right? Whereas when it comes to packing, you take that particular item, you put it at a place where it is stored, or maybe when you are transporting it. Now, you can put something without this cover. There are some tablets of soap that are not, for example, UFH, as whatever, they are just taken and transported naked as they are, without the packaging, but they are packed, right? They are packed. But nevertheless, the packaging element will still come in, even those that are transported naked. You see that the packaging part is always coming. So, okay, so we're saying, look at it in this way. Packaging refers to designing, identifying a brand product, and of course marketing it. While also protecting its content for storage. That is packaging. We are designing, identifying the brand product, and do the design, marketing, while also protecting the content at the same time. Whereas packing is used primarily for when goods are being transported to be delivered safely or to be stored safely, then we do the packing. So, packing is utilized again to prevent goods from damage, leakage, pilferage, breakage, depending on their packing needs. Nevertheless, when we are looking at these two, both packing and packaging, they have a certain similarity at some point. And one of these similarities is that they help the product or the goods to be transported safely or to be delivered safely, both whether packing or packaging. Because whether the goods are packaged or they are not packaged, but they have to be packed properly for them to reach wherever they are going. So that's the similarity, one similarity rather, of these two concepts, packing and packaging. Now, let us look at packaging. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we might have talked about this at some point, some semesters back, but still more, since this is a different course altogether. Let's see. Packaging on its own we have different types of packaging materials. We have different types of packaging materials. We have paper. Papers can be used as a packaging material. Plastic can be used as packaging material. Metals or steel, metal or steel can also be used as a packaging material. And wood can be used as a packaging material, and so on and so forth. We have what we call cardboard, which is in cardboard here. Yes, cardboard. Those ones can also be used as packaging materials. Now, the choice of a packaging material depends on the nature or the type of the product to be packaged, the nature of the product to be packaged, and probably the life of that product. Nature and life of that product. Okay. We are saying, for example, we have paper as a packaging material, or we can use a paper material as to package something, right? It's possible. But now, depending on the nature of the product you want to package, probably a paper cannot be useful in that regard. Let's say what we want to package is liquid material. Definitely you cannot package it in paper unless there is what we call combining. This is what we call combining packaging material. So combining packaging material so when you're saying combining the packaging material is a packaging material is a kind of packaging that you use two different materials or more to package that one product. For example, we can use plastic and metal, paper and metal. So that kind of packaging is called combining. Of course, that other way we can remember the but now let's take it. There is this kind of combining packaging where you put two or more materials to package one thing. For example, paper plus metal, or plastic plus metal. We can think of many examples on this one. Can we think of any product that is packaged in this kind of combination? This kind of combination. Let's think of this one. You said? You find that aluminium coating, that one is a metal. So that aluminium is used to make sure that the products inside those bits, they always remain in that state that they are, and they take longer. They cannot get spoiled easily. Unlike if they were just wrapped in a plastic material, maybe their span would be very short. So that's a combination. We have paper and we say plastic and metal. This one, this is that example of potato plates. Then paper and metal, there are examples also that we can get from here. Then we have a paper and plastic. For example, milk or some juices in Europe and everything. You find that box is made of paper, right? But it is coated with some plastic material so that the liquid that are there are always safe. So we have various types of this. So depending on the nature, as I said, the nature of the product in question, one can always choose which material to be using. Now, another thing to be thought of is also, of course, the weight. The weight of the product to be packaged also determines the kind of material that can be used in. Now, this packaging we're talking about here, we have 3 stages of it or 3 types of it. Just as a reminder, we have what we call primary packaging. Then we have secondary packaging. Yes, types of packaging now. So we have primary, we have secondary, then we have tertiary. Now, this is how it works. When we are, say, manufacturing the tablets of salt, for example, rice bowl. First of all, we wrap those tablets into whichever material chosen. This is the tablet rice bowl. This kind of packaging we have done here, the idea, first of all, is to protect the content, or which is the tablet of soap in this case. The other reason why we're doing this is to create that awareness I talked about, or to promote this one, because this packaging material here will be written, right? So we have also to carry out Kondo, Mutani, and so on and so forth. You are promoting that one. So here, this material acts as a protective material, at the same time, a promotional material or a marketing material. Now, after we have manufactured as many as we wanted, and we have covered all of them, before we take them to our customers, we put them in clusters or in groups or in units. So, we put maybe the units of 10 tablets each. So, my tablets are like 1,000. Now, for 1,000, 10, and so on and so forth. Once you put these tablets in here, what next is either you put them in a box, kind of box, or else you wrap with some wrapping material, or you put in a crate or something. In other words, these clusters are also covered. So this is covering that is happening here of these clusters is what we call secondary packaging. So this secondary packaging, the main function that is easy storage and easy transportation. But again, it is easy to quantify these items or these products when you are processing an order. When you are processing an order, it is easy to quantify using these units here. Because accordingly, you can always say, so 12. So the so 12 too much is a unit. It means a person who is pressing an order will just say, I need 5 units of a light bulb. You know that 1 unit from 12 times 5 is 6 You know, the last hour is a total 6 liters. So instead of going there, more than 1 litre of transport 6 liters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think I'm setting it a bit. Couldn't I do it? I'm never tested, okay, to have 1, 2, 3. Moments of what is it? It will take you forever. But now, just count the units. So, quantification becomes easier, storage becomes easier, and of course, transportation becomes easier, and of course, overall protection. Because, muna soko jara kwa sina mwike mene maklasa tingo mwenda kumunjipe muna mngore mkontena muna kusa kumambe aka mene mjaba kapiri yanchi. Kuma think about the bottles of beer or Coca-Cola fan as glasses. Sumna ike maklesi fama peli wa nyawa maklasa tumene ini gai tumo packaging sumna ike packaging mene mangwai ga mkontena mji ga mji fanya muna mwaji. I don't know this is what you want as option. This is also and so they can be damaged. Even quantification becomes difficult because Mwafrika ku friends corner kabla kutumia mbati rivers. Agani mta ifitu mtu basi mabondo wako kuja kusho 2000 or 300. Mambo yale sana mosi mpaka ndio mtiani. But now instead quantification becomes easier because we need 20 grades, just count 20 grades. So nevertheless, that kind of grouping, this grouping we are doing here as wrapping and whatsoever is kind of packaging, but is secondary. So, still more, for transportation purposes, for transportation or storage purposes, even those blasters are not enough. So at some point, depending on the quantity of the product in question, these clusters are better put into bigger clusters. So we see this is what we call palleting. Palleting is not like this one that now you put these ones here to a box each. So what we do, we put them on this pallet, then there is a wrapper. Normally it is always plastic, it is wrapped, this one. So that when you want to load them into a container or whichever means of transportation, there is a forklift that does the whole thing from this end. This is a forklift. And there is a guy sitting here. This forklift will always lift this one and put it into a container or something. So, this kind of packaging that is here is still a packaging type, which in this case we are referring to it as tertiary packaging. So, mainly this tertiary packaging is useful in transportation and storage. See, tikajua nisikumu luja, it is southern borders there still. I want to tell you so much. My borders so much. If you look at them. If I do this madrasa, I think I'm about 60. I'm not mistaken, right? I'm about 60. And there is a plastic cover that is put in there. But that plastic cover is not written anything. So it means secondary packaging does not play the role of promotion. that much. Sometimes it does, but not most of the times. In some cases it does play the role of promotion, but in most of the cases it doesn't. So if you take an example of Mabudu Alliance Special Material, Chichava State Gavasalabu, so Sita promotion deals, is only there to protect holding this board of care. Yes? Now, get one now, you can do a demo charge measures for the board. Most of the times, Chima Yama Pais. At times, Chima Yama Pais and the Kamana Magrasa open up. Instead of Magrasa and the Dell, tells us and the so it's still part of packaging. So, once the packaging is done, those ones, they are packed now into the trucks, the warehouse, shelves, and everything. Packaging has been done, now they pack them in there for storage or else for transportation. And then I was saying, we still have packaging, which promotion is going well. By the time it does, if you take an example of cardboard boxes, you find that even in my box you make the money better asset and so on and so forth. So besides playing the role of easing transportation and of course easing transportation and avoiding damages and all, promotional functions are also performed by this secondary packaging, but not in all cases, but at least in some rare cases. So, proper packaging defines the time taken for loading and unloading of cargo on different transport modes. Kama hivi example hapo. Ngati mteja wa package. Sijivuta kwa transport. Sijivuta. Umasisite bank package. Je, kibese na kuti Japan. At some point, that example is giving some guys, they loaded bottles of juices in a container. And I don't know what happened. The bottles were kind of loose. They were not loose as such, but they were in those rubbers. Plastic rubbers, but yet Mabudu was just plastic and Coca-Cola fans to what they were. Then I would allow plastic and all that, so special. So they were already into a container, a big one, like this. They were not to containers. In a way of the river, from all the way back to the refuge, close to the warehouse. It always means decision. So the driver or nobody knew that as this container was moving like this. As the truck was moving, then the control was also shaking somehow. Some of those wrapping materials, they got torn off. People never knew, nobody knew. And again, the fact that those things were almost falling off, people never knew it. Then, that truck came, it was opened. Then some of the guys who were responsible for it, of course, I was closer there. Those guys who were responsible for opening, they opened the container. Actually, I was the one who was cutting that thing. Container you can take it. It's not that it's massive. Then I was my rope was another thing. So whenever those steels have been put in there from where the screws are coming from, they cannot be opened elsewhere up until where they are being delivered. So the one cutting that one, I took my grinder to my bloody grinder. So I stepped aside. Now the guys are responsible, they went there to open the doors of that container. Here there was a platform. So it's a green. Here the platform. Probably is the first exactly minimum. Upon opening the doors, the guy who was opening the door never knew that the goods were almost falling off. And it's not exactly the Katuga. You know, those bottles, those guys, they fell on the sky. So, as I say, my glasses, that's how I so hard as those ones, a bit soft. Minimum career, what will be when is light, yeah, and the what may longer to look at, eh?
One can,
Not can, but that was never will have power of fantasy just believe from a very So the bottles were like those as soft as they were. So they fell on this guy. But it was a terrible accident, I'm telling you. Because the guy had some gun, drug and all this. Because this was not so the bottle was there. So it was taken. Yes. Why what happened was like materials package reinforced. One was like the distance to be covered. Secondly, the goods were not palletized or where secondary packaging was not tertiary packaging was not done. What happened was like primary and secondary packaging. So this is very considered to know that the mark was made up so it posed an injury to this guy. So to avoid that kind of thing, that's why this kind of packaging is normally done. To protect the goods as they are. So as we are proceeding, we should take note of that. When making decisions regarding packaging, many factors have to be put into consideration, as we said. One of the factors we said is the nature of the goods, the distance to be covered, the life of the goods or the product. And another important thing is sustainability or environmental sustainability. There are some packaging materials that are eco-friendly. Then there are others that are not eco-friendly. When you say these are eco-friendly, in other words, it means they are environmental friendly. Eco-friendly materials are those materials that are environmental friendly. So, looking at the different types of packaging materials that are there. When we look at the packaging materials that are eco-friendly, what are such materials that you consider to be eco-friendly? Or what do they have? In short, the packaging materials that are eco-friendly, that are considered to be eco-friendly, are those materials that can decompose and not bring harm to the environment. Those that cannot bring harm to the environment, we are said to be eco-friendly. Okay, so they can decompose, or they can be recycled. Those materials that can be recycled or decomposed then are said to be eco-friendly or environmental friendly. So, unfortunately, most of the packaging materials still in use today are not eco-friendly. So, though efforts have always been there, efforts are just there from environmental activists that at least manufacturers, distributors, business people should always consider doing away with packaging materials that are not eco-friendly. Those campaigns are there, but still more those materials are still available, and people are still using those materials that are not friendly to the environment. So, as an organization, think about this one. There are some materials that can be recycled, others cannot be recycled. There are some materials that can be reused, others cannot be reused. Only those that can be reused then are considered to be part of eco-friendly. You use them and you use them again and again. Those are eco-friendly. In the interest of saving the environment, some countries are encouraging institutions, for example, here, whether schools, hospitals, hotels, whatever, to have this what we call water dispensers or water purifiers, where you can have your metal container or metal bottle, you go and refill. So in other words, what they are trying to do is to discourage the use of plastic bottles. Because most of these plastic bottles are not collected for recycling. Most of them are not collected. So it goes into the environment and it will not decompose. That plastic bottle can stay here maybe until Jesus comes. Right? Yeah, sure.
Hello? Oh, do school. Nisa wanakuja kanisa, kama kuja ndio ndio kanisa. Nisa na nani? Kuna sisi ndio tunataka kati wa Okay, fine. Ningekuwa nishauri bila mimi na pia mimi wakati ndio. Ndio batikantenge ndio.
Yeah. So we are saying some countries which cause from environmental activists, they are encouraging public institutions to have water dispensers, water purifiers, and they are discouraging the use of plastic bottles. They are discouraging the use of plastic bottles, so that at least people should do away with those ones and just refill a bottle. So you come here with your water bottle, there's a water dispenser there, a water purifier, just go over and get some off and proceed instead of buying those bottled water. So while those bottled water looks more convenient because you can buy it anywhere you go, instead of looking where a water purifier is, but it is detrimental to the environment. So, while considering what kind of materials to use in packaging our products, apart from those other factors you can put into consideration, but the environment should also be primary in this case. Let's stop here. Let's stop here. And last time you had we suggested some work. Have you done that? Oh, that's good. If you've done that, that's good. Because that's our kind of, it worked as our assignment. We discussed that one. Then we proceed. But we'll be done with just a moment. What are we opinion?
Yeah.